Hello, welcome to Fair Lady of the Loch Tarot. Thank you for joining me. Today we will be doing a personal reading for a client codenamed Lady V. Now, Lady V ordered a personal reading from my website, fairladyoftheloch.etsy.com, where I do a full tarot, oracle, and rune reading, as well as a crystal energy consultation. And I fill out a Word document report and submit that via Etsy, and I upload a video under a code name to TikTok and YouTube, depending on your personal preference. Now, for those of you who are new to watching my readings, I read both uprights and reversals, allowing the cards to fall where they may or wherever my energies are guiding my attention. I read both definitions as well as intuitively. And regardless of your spiritual beliefs, you are welcome and respected here. Okay. Now, we are asking the spirits, the ancestors, both mine and Lady V's, and the divine to aid us in the answers that Lady V seeks, as well as those that they feel she needs to know right now in this moment. Okay, and I'm feeling those as clarifiers and possibly in the future. Actually, this may be a fairly long reading. I am getting that Lady V has quite a lot of spiritual potential here, so this reading could get pretty deep and very interesting. Okay, so first off, we are starting with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, and one of the things that Lady V was wanting to know more about was her spiritual gifts and how she was to use them and further explore them, and all of those sorts of questions pertaining to that. And with the Six of Pentacles, this is talking about not only having enough for yourself, but enough to share, okay, with others. So this is a card of generosity, of charity. And even though it is a pentacle where we're dealing with the material things of the world in health, wealth, and household, anything tangible you can touch, in this particular card, in this deck, it also has a strong element of love, forgiveness, understanding, well-being, caretaking, okay, guardian energy. And I'm getting a strong message here, Lady V, that you are being protected, watched over, and cared for by the other side. And I'm getting a strong masculine energy. Whether this is someone from your ancestry, family, whether blood or soul family, whether it is the masculine divine himself, I am getting that element for sure. But I'm also getting like a Viking energy here. Someone, I'm getting Norse, perhaps. A Norse ancestor of some kind coming through here, wanting you to know that everything's going to be all right and that you are being watched over and taken care of. There's something here about an inheritance from that particular side of the family, an inheritance of powers and gifts and abilities, especially in the realms of manifestation, okay? making things happen, right? And with the Page of Wands, this is a strong encouragement and an affirmation. You see all those tombs there in the background? This is definitely ancestral, okay? It also may have some past life connections to it. And yes, past life, that is coming through strongly here. Take it as it resonates, leave behind what doesn't, okay? But I am getting that very strongly. I'm also getting that you are far more powerful than you realize. Far more powerful than you realize. And that can be overwhelming. I am getting that your gifts, as they are having a bit of an effect on you. Your spiritual awakening that you spoke of in our message is going to continue to reveal your gifts to you, okay? And one of these is going to be that I'm getting you see things others can't. I'm getting possibly being a seer. In your dreams, you dream about things that may come true. There may be an interdimensional element to it. It's possible there's astral projection going on with that. It may not all be revealed to you now, but there are some strong gifts that are going to come through, okay? They want you to not be afraid. They want you to not be scared, okay? They want you to know you are not alone. You are never, ever, ever alone. The spirits of nature, the ancestors, and the divine are with you, okay? But because you are such a powerful entity, you are going to draw things in like a lighthouse, okay? You exude power. I'm getting blonde hair, pale skin, but shining with a light of gold. Not just, like there's like it's almost like a sunset aura, right? Where it shines with like golds and pinks and purples and blues and greens, and it's almost like your aura is the colors of the earth and the sunset. Okay, you have so many gifts, so many abilities that are going to unfold for you. And so a strong message here is to ground yourself, okay? To protect yourself and to ground yourself as you come into your power. I'm getting a couple of things here about you may benefit from spending time walking barefoot on moss, walking in areas with bracken, ferns, wooded areas, even open plain areas, but just walking barefoot, grounding yourself, connecting to the earth's energies is going to be very important for you. There's a lot of earth energy in this reading. With the Magician, they're letting you know that you have absolutely everything that you need. While this awakening, while this journey is just beginning and becoming, and it can be really overwhelming, they are letting you know that you have absolutely everything you need, okay? In the Fool's Journey of the Tarot, the Magician is the first one that the Fool encounters. And he gives him the cup, the pentacle, the sword, the wand, okay? And sets him up for that journey. In my deck here with the Universal Celtic Tarot, it's also a reminder that you're not alone. The spirit world is with you. There's a very strong element of Carmunus, the All-Father energy as the deer, the stag, in the form of Carmunus coming through here very strongly. I'm also getting Odin, Freyr, here. There's someone else, a feminine energy here. Frigga, Freya, or maybe even Soph. But strong energies on that feminine divine as well, paired with that masculine divine. I call it the All-Mother. That creative, primordial energy, right? Some people call it the Great Mother. I call it the All-Mother. Okay. Very strong connections here to both the masculine and feminine divine coming through. I'm getting it ancestrally very strongly for you. Perhaps your ancestors observed the old ways of a Norse path or something similar to it. Okay. I'm also getting a sacred site like Uppsala, or like a Stonehenge, or something like that coming through here. I am getting that you would benefit from visiting that site if you haven't already. If you're not sure, you will see something, whether you Google it or whether you're like scrolling through TikTok or YouTube or whatever. There's going to be something that comes into your view, okay? And there's going to be a place there that is going to call to you very strongly, whether it's a stone or a planted, vegetation area. There's going to be something there. Might even be a water area, okay, that is going to call to you. And yeah, I'm getting water. I'm getting ferns, rocks, and water. And this is one of the places they would like for you to ground, okay? To walk barefoot in the water, on the earth, and to ground yourself, okay? There's going to be more of your gifts and powers that are revealed to you as you do this, and the ability to handle them. Spiritual downloads, so to speak, are going to happen during that time, and much will be revealed to you. You are a particularly interesting and powerful individual, okay? And I am getting that perhaps you may doubt that, perhaps you may be aware of it. Either way, whether you are aware or you're doubtful, these things will be happening. They will be emerging in your life, okay? It is part of your fate. It is part of your destiny. I am seeing fertility and abundance and passion, okay? I do not know if you have children, if you want children. Maybe it's referring to your inner child, but there is a child energy here. It could be a fur baby also, an animal that you love very much. But I am getting that sort of love coming through here. And that is followed by the sun. And the sun is this beautiful, joyful, abundant, fulfilled energy. I mean, this is your most joyous realizations, okay, coming to life. And once again, we have Carnunus, the aspect of the All-Father there, coming forward in the form of a white stag, a very holy and sacred image. Okay, very strong emphasis on the fact that you are protected. And I am getting, you are of the chosen. Interesting terminology there, especially combined with the Norse here. We'll see where it takes us, but there may be a Valkyrie connection here. Okay, now, Eight of Cups. Okay, this is your dreams being realized. This is you leaving behind anything and everything that does not serve you and walking forward into the realization of your dreams. Knowing your purpose and moving forward, not allowing anything to deter you from that path, nothing to distract you from that path. You're balancing your spiritual and your practical elements as you should in all things, but you are not allowing life's seriously, it's like the world is going to try and pull at you and try to get you off course, but you're not going to allow it. Okay, you're going to stay strong, you're going to be courageous, and you're going to step forward into your own personal power. And that is backed up here with the Empress. She is abundant fertility, love, compassion, feminine power at its absolute. Okay, just creative primordial energy of exceptional emotional, mental, physical, spiritual strength. It is everything wrapped up in one package. The feminine divine, the goddess. Okay, the three aspects of the goddess in one. And with that Five of Pentacles, they are very much reminding you to take care of yourself. This is very much about your own self-care, okay? Grounding, meditation, spending time in nature, using your time, such as when you are in the shower, okay, to cut cords with all that does not serve you, wash it down the drain, release all of your fears, your hopes, and let the universe deal with what needs to be dealt with, and you focus on your healing and you're moving forward. Okay, living in the present, doing the best you can with each moment that comes, one step at a time. Now, we do have the Devil card here in the upright, and the Devil card can represent addiction, lust, gossip, codependency, control, someone pulling your strings like you're the puppet and they're the master, negative talk, manipulation, gaslighting, gluttony. It's all those things wrapped up. So whatever one of those things this is for you, okay? And addiction doesn't have to be alcohol or drugs or tobacco. It can be things like addicted to a certain feeling, addicted to a person, to a food, to to a way of doing things, to a place. Okay, anything that is obsessive in nature. And they're asking you to release that and to let that go and to move on and heal from that. And when you do, this is going to bring about a sudden change. Okay, now the Tower can represent disaster, but in the case that you are dealing with here, I don't see that. It can feel like a disaster sometimes when the things that do not serve you leave your sphere. It can hurt. But on the other side of it, if you face it with courage, passion, and determination, okay, and a clarity of mind and purpose, all right, then this is the outcome that awaits you. The Ten of Cups is the most beautiful, overflowing, emotional abundance, okay? It is extraordinary. And in my deck, this is a card that speaks of true, passionate, soulmate love. And where the both of you have gifts in this particular case, I see the spirits of nature, the ancestors, and the divine to blessing this union, because you are both grounded in a solid spiritual energy with many, many gifts, and this union will bring you the most extraordinary experience. Now, that being said, it is possible you're already in a relationship, okay? And this person may be your person, and your relationship may grow and change as it goes through. Or it may not be your person, and it may come to an end so that you find the person that you are meant to be with. Or you could be waiting because you haven't met this person yet. Any of those are possibilities, okay? I urge you to be patient. One of the things that happens in a reading where a soulmate shows up, and this happens so often, is that when a soulmate shows up, these personal readings are for a lifetime, okay? They're not just for a year, a week, a day. I do these personal readings for a lifetime. So this energy can show up at any point in your life. So I urge patience. I'm seeing work on yourself, okay? Be a student of your own self. Be a student of your thoughts. Be a student of your heart. Be a student of your abilities, okay? And this new spiritual awakening. I'm also getting the message of, be a student of your own sexuality. Remember that it is fluid, and be truthful and heartfelt in your desires, right? And remember in all of this, in all this overwhelm, to see the beauties that are right in front of you. The little day-to-day beauties that help you ground and stay positive and true to yourself. And while there may be big things going on in the background of the universe or of the world, okay, they're wanting you to focus on those beauties right in front of you and have faith that everything will be all right as you move forward. I am getting that it might benefit you to look up the metaphysical properties of the daisy or aster flower. That's interesting given that this is a lily, but I am getting daisy and aster flower. It benefits you to look at that. Okay. With the King of Cups, paired with the Queen of Cups right after it, this union, this soulmate union, okay, that is going to happen means you guys are very, very compatible. You are very loving, very grounded. Earth and water energies coming through very strongly here. But this is milk and honey. This is peace. This is good separate, good together, right? Strong separate, strong together. You can stand independently or you can stand together, and together your gifts just grow and grow. Neither one of you holds the other back. Neither one of you treats the other in a way that is compromising. There's respect, there's love, there's grounded energy here that is just phenomenal. This is the kind of relationship that people spend their entire lives looking for. But until you do the work, the internal work, most people don't find it. But I see you doing that internal work. I see you going in and doing the shadow work. Not being afraid of the shadows within, facing them head on, forgiving yourself and others for anything that is necessary, and releasing and letting go of all that does not serve you. I see you also calling in all the pieces and parts of yourself across timelines, across universes, across dimensions, across lifetimes, and calling it back into yourself. Reclaiming your own personal power. And I see you having a clarity of thought and understanding that is just amazing. You are spectacular to behold as an entity. You really are. You are exceptional. And you may not know it yet, you may not fully understand it yet, but you are. Okay? And things will become clearer for you as the ice melts. You see these little crocuses coming through for the spring. Things will become clearer to you. And I think music is going to be an important thing for you. She's strumming that harp and power is really coming off of it. I think music and water are going to be strong elements for you to work with. That water and earth is coming through. It might behoove you to look into your signs and elements in your astrology. Okay, look into that and see what your signs are, specifically your sun, moon, and rising. And how you do that is you put in the date you were born, the time you were born, and the place you were born. And that will give you your sun, moon, and rising signs. Those are the big three, okay? And that will give you your big three elements as well. It would behoove you to look at that, because sometimes that can help you to better understand how and where to ground yourself. So, for example, you can have like 2 fire signs and a water sign, but be completely called to water and not really drawn to fire. That is entirely possible. Okay, so listen to your intuition. Sometimes the case is in that, like, you were born in the year of water or something like that, so it has that added element. But that can help you know what aspects of grounding work best for you. And with the Knight of Cups, we have that confirmation about water. Now, I know that some people are afraid of water. They find it too vast, too deep, too dark, too mysterious. And if that is the case for you, and I don't really think that it is, but if it is, they're asking you to go within and identify why that might be, because that's something that needs to be addressed, okay? Because you are meant to work with water. And with the Knight of Cups, that loving energy I see here coming underneath this soulmate partnership, it is coming towards you. It is in motion, okay? They are also working on their shadow work. They are also working on themselves, healing, overcoming their pains and losses. They've had some past life stuff that's caused, I'm getting warrior energy, so it's either this lifetime or a past lifetime where they have fought hard, seen some real serious stuff. So there could be some PTSD from past life experiences, maybe the way they died in a past life, or there could be something about this life. But they are healing themselves, and they are drawing their energies back into them also from all realms in all lifetimes. And the two of you will be building a beautiful home together. I see weddings, babies, celebrations, family, but also being protected and going through the seasons of life together in a really nice, balanced, light way. That's just absolutely beautiful. The mountains are kind of coming through here. I don't know if you live near some mountains. I'm getting a fjord energy as well. I'm not sure. Take it or leave it as it resonates here. Scandinavia is coming through pretty strongly. Norway, maybe. And I'm getting a Fey folk energy here as well. I would look in your ancestry, and in your Akashic records, if you're able at this point in your journey. You may find that your ancestry disappears into mythology with the gods or the Fey folk, okay? I am seeing that coming through here. And with the Two of Pentacles, you will be able to balance, okay? I know right now it may not seem that way, but you will be able to find a balance in your spiritual and material worlds. I'm also seeing that you will gain a teacher, okay? Someone who will mentor you, who will teach you and guide you along this journey. from the spirit realm as well as the physical realm. Okay, you will have guardians and protectors and teachers in the spirit realm and in the physical realm. All right. The three aspects of the All Mother, the Maiden Mother Crone. In some traditions, it's like Brigid, the Morrigan, and the Cailleach. In the Celtic tradition, those are three common ones for that. But I am getting a strong teacher here. I'm also getting that you might benefit from watching some of the videos. Now, I don't know that all of them will be of benefit to you, and if they bring you to a low place, then just leave them alone. But there's a YouTuber called Freya of the North, or something like that. I believe she's also from Norway or around there. I'm getting Norway so strongly in this reading. She's got dark black hair. But she talks about healing in a very visceral sort of way. Okay? Very visceral. But it does bring these two energies here together. So there may be some benefit there for you, okay? And then this teacher that you're going to find here is going to teach you how to use your gifts, how to use your powers, how to tap into and understand past life energies, your Akashic records, help you to find your destiny and purpose here on this earth, your inner passion and fire, okay? And you're going to be doing this solitary on your own as well as with a teacher. And the teacher will come when the time is right, okay? All right, now let's see if we cannot get a little bit more information with these other cards that came out. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands. This card in this deck represents Imbolc, the return of the light. I'm getting a message here about returning to the old ways. Returning to the old ways of your people. So there may be some pagan roots here to be tapped into. Some witchcraft, perhaps some sealer magic. Strong elements here, okay? There's also some Celtic ties here too, so you may be of some mixed ancestry, Viking, Celtic, or something of the like, because Brigid has showed up more than once in your reading as well. All right, but this is also a card of moving on and moving forward. Okay, so we're going to set that just right up there. With the Strength card, they are reminding you that you absolutely do have the inner strength and the outer abundance, with that number 8 and the apple there, to get through any challenge you might face. Okay, you are strong enough. In fact, I am getting here that you may have a connection with animals, may even have some sort of power over them in some degree or another, which is interesting. Take it or leave it as it resonates, but if you find that this is the case where animals are drawn to you, take that as a sign, okay? With the Lovers, I am getting that there may be some choices that need to be made in your romantic life, okay? I don't want to overwhelm you or upset you in any way, shape, or form, so I apologize if this does, but I do get you leaving a relationship for the right one coming through here. Take it or leave it as it resonates, okay? But a choice, romantic choice. And I'm seeing winter here, snow and what have you. With the Seven of Pentacles, they're asking you to not lose your childlike wonder, to tap into that childlike wonder, and to know that you are watched over, taken care of, and protected. I'm also getting once more that child energy. And there's 1, 2, possibly 3 pregnant women in your reading already. And then you have this child showing up. Okay? So there may be something there with that. This road will not be without heartaches. It will not be without losses. There will be things that happen. There will be people that leave. And that is part of the journey. Just know that in those moments, it is for your best and highest good. It is what is meant to happen, and you will get through it on the other side. I'm also getting that one of your gifts is healing by touch, through the love you feel in your heart, the passion within your body, the fire within your mind. The 4 of Cups, that strong, strong request that you meditate. Okay? Ground and meditate. And there will be an opening of your higher chakras where you will be given a great deal of information. It is quite a privilege, and it is beautiful, but it does take the work. So consistency in your meditation practice is really important. And while at first it may not be easy, when I first started, I was writing entire books in my head. I couldn't focus to save myself. But now, when I meditate, after doing it for so long, I do get messages, images, downloads of various different kinds. And then I see them happen in real life, in real time. And I see that happening for you in the future as well. I see you moving forward with a balance, right? Not acknowledging and accepting and balancing that light and dark energy within you, okay? The masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. I see you balancing those and charging forward with confidence and passion, with a knowledge of your personal power. And that is an extraordinary gift. With the Ace of Swords, we have a new way of thinking that emerges. And not just that, but a new understanding of your own personal worthiness. With the sword in the stone, with the Arthurian tales, only he who was worthy, who was meant to be king, could pull that sword from the stone. Okay? And this new way of thinking, part of that is going to be an understanding of your true worth, your true worthiness. Light will be shed and new understanding will be gained. Okay? There are some things that are meant for you and you alone. And you will be able to pull that metaphorical sword from the stone. And I see you racing toward your destiny. We have the goddess Epona or Maka, depending on which tradition you wish to follow. At the moment, my mind is escaping me. The goddess in Norse mythology about horses. Maybe that Valkyrie energy is coming through again. Okay, so pay attention to that. We also have a wolf, a boar, and a fox. All right, so it may behoove you to look up those spirit animals and see what they have to say for you. But I see you gaining a great deal of knowledge here, and you understanding your destiny and racing towards it. And I do see strong fertility here and a connection with the All-Mother and the All-Father. And with the Emperor, we see you stepping into your own power in full force. In full force, okay? Such a powerhouse. I mean, extraordinary. Extraordinary. And this is an Aries power card here. And Aries, is a fire sign and it's the first in the zodiac. And it's quite a powerhouse of a sign. So either yourself or someone in your immediate sphere may be an Aries, and this has an impact on your life and your ability to seize your own personal power. Okay? Okay, now I am going to pull for you some oracle cards, and we will do a crystal energy consultation and runes. I usually do the runes and crystals in a second video. Okay, so there will be a part 2. In this part 1, we will finish out with oracle. But I am getting here that you may need some more messages in the future to look at, and I'm going to tell you, research grounding and figure out what grounding methods work best for you. Research your signs and how you best let go and cut cords, whether that's washing it away via water down the drain, which I saw here, whether it's grounding and filtering it through the roots of the trees outside, which I also saw here, whether it's burning it in fire, which I also saw here, or literally snipping it with scissors, cutting it in the air, right? Okay, whatever, maybe all of them. Maybe all of them. You are such a powerhouse, pulling in all these elements together. Freezing it in a freezer, whatever works for you. Okay, so that's something else. There are rituals and practices that can be done to help you overcome things like overwhelm, guilt, shame, fear, and to step into your personal power, your own personal joy, to manifest what it is that you desire. There are books that I can recommend if you're interested in learning about ancestry, pagan roots, and things like that as well. I am getting here that whoever it is that you choose to speak with, whoever it is that you choose to gain guidance from, and it will be more than one person from what I'm seeing here, listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition and do what works best for you. Don't judge yourself by anyone else's measure. Listen and be truthful with yourself in your most inner heart. Because what you are capable of is absolutely extraordinary. Okay? And while right now that may seem overwhelming, and right now that may feel like, I can't handle that, what on earth? You can, and you will. And you will prosper, and you will thrive. And someday you are going to look back on this reading, you're going to look back on this moment, and it's going to be quite a bit of time that passes, and you're going to have a moment where you remember right now. And whether I'm still on this earth or not, know that in that moment, my mind, my heart, my energy is with you and celebrating with you, my dear, beautiful, beloved sister. You have so much ahead of you. Don't fear it. Lean into it. Okay? Just extraordinary. All right. Let us get you a bit of guidance from the Moonology. We can either get some confirmation, some reassurance, or some advice from the oracles. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. We all have things we're not proud of. Mistakes are simply tools for us to learn from, nothing more, nothing less. Okay? Also, our childhoods, while they may have an effect in shaping us to some degree, they are not the end all. Okay? We have the power to rise above. So whether this is during your childhood years, your adult years, it does not matter. You have the power to rise above. Do not let your past hold you back. Okay? It might benefit you to look up what your South Node is and work with it as well. Be bold and make the first move, Cardinal Moon. Okay? You are going to need to take action yourself to find that teacher, to find the knowledge that you seek. Okay? You will need to take action on that yourself. It's not just going to drop into your lap. It is part of your journey. You are taking action to manifest what it is that you desire and need for yourself. Another reassurance, and this is my favorite card in the whole Moonology deck, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Okay? You and your loved ones are safe. And I am getting that when if they haven't already been with you your entire life, your gifts of seeing things others can't, and seeing things that scare you because you're not sure what exactly they are or what's going on. This is a reassurance that you are safe in the physical realm and you are safe in the spiritual realm. Okay? The All-Mother and the All-Father, they've got you covered. Your ancestors, they've got you covered. I am getting that you have your own personal guardian who watches over you. That Viking energy is really coming strong there. Okay? But you have a guardian that watches over you. And he's not letting anything get past. All right? He and she. I'm getting two. An older woman and a young middle-aged warrior energies coming through here. A new romantic cycle begins. Okay? New moon in Libra. And they're just asking you to remember to keep your internal balance during this new love, the new romantic cycle. You are good enough. I am getting that you doubt some aspects about yourself, and something about this romantic love brings that out in you, and they're really strongly wanting you to know that you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, very much with that worthy card we saw with the Ace of Swords. You are worthy. You are good enough. Look at the crown on her head. Okay? She is royalty. She is divine. She is goddess in human form. Okay? You are good enough, and don't let ever anyone, including yourself, tell you otherwise. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Okay? In order to learn, in order to grow, especially when it comes to the esoteric arts, one must step outside of their comfort zone. Take a deep breath, okay? Time to breathe out, disseminating moon. That meditation we talked about, that will help with that anxiety and that overwhelm. And then your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So you need to do some research. Find out what you believe in, what works for you, what calls to you. Find out who's reputable among the mentors in your spiritual community. Look at the big picture, full moon in Taurus, and I always get tears coming through really strongly when I get this card here. Look at the big picture. Okay, don't just see it from where you're at now. Okay, because everything that is about to happen in your life is just it's amazing. Okay. Now, while in the moment, emotions are running high. Supermoon, all that overwhelm, that fear, that coming to know yourself again, all over again. They're asking you to surrender that to the divine. Okay. That full moon, surrender that to the divine and show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. This is so important, and it pairs with this you are good enough card. Okay? Show the world the real you, because you are extraordinary, and you hold within your energy the capacity to affect this world in amazing and beautiful ways, just simply by existing and being in it. Also, once again, we're getting that showering and bathing energy as part of your daily ritual of cleansing and grounding yourself. Okay? All right. And then there may be something that's going on in your life. They're wanting you to know that nothing bad is going to come of this situation you're currently worrying about. Lord, of course, moon. Okay? A lot of these cards are coming out for you. Okay, that's the end of that. Nothing is going to come of this situation you're currently worried about. Okay, whatever that might be. Nothing bad is going to come out of that. Anything that does happen is for your best and highest good, and you will survive, and everything will be all right, because conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, it's about to be done, okay? The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Expect powerful change. Powerful change, and I cannot emphasize that enough, okay? A new start is coming. New moon there. But communication is key. New moon in Gemini. That partnership, that teacher, whomever it is that you choose to work with, one, make sure they're worthy, okay? Because your energy is not just meant for anyone. Choose a teacher that you are compatible with. Choose a teacher that sees you for who you are, even when you don't. Loves you, cares for you, and will train you and teach you in a way that serves you and not them. Okay? In a teacher-student relationship, both benefit, both learn, but you need to be careful not to get taken advantage of. Don't go into it with your eyes closed. Make sure they are open, no rose-colored glasses being worn. That's true in love and in business and in spirituality. Okay? And communicate. Know what you're getting into. But I see you learning so much. I see you growing so much. It's just phenomenal. I mean, absolutely phenomenal, my darling. Just mind-blowing. Okay, I could wax all day on your reading and all the ways that you can help yourself and benefit yourself. But then this would go on for forever, and we're already almost to an hour on just this one video. And I still need to pull the runes for you and do your crystal energy consultation. So what I will say is this. Go into my past TikTok or YouTube history, either one, whatever works for you, and you will find videos there about protecting yourself, about shadow work, about cord cutting, cleansing rituals. They're scattered in amongst all of the card readings, so you may have to roll through there, okay? But they will be worth it to you. I'm also getting that you may want to try some spells and things like that on your own. A money manifestation bowl is a great place to start. And there's somebody named the Witch of Wonderlust who has several videos on YouTube about that. Another nice place to start is by working with things like a pendulum, learning to read the tarot, pulling runes, whatever you're most called to, but I am seeing that you will be able to do divination as well. Okay? So pick a starting place and just take it one step at a time. But my recommendation is always start with shadow work. Because as you go along, you're going to be releasing, whether it's the hard way or the harder way. Let's put it that way, okay? So I always recommend putting in the effort and doing the shadow work. Because what is going to unfold for you is extraordinary. And you won't want to miss a minute of it. All right? I will see you in part 2. Bye.